Oh man, anytime I have to review some garbage like this, I don't even feel like fucking getting on the camera. I'm just like, I'll just do an audio of this shit. And yeah, if you're reading the title, you know what this is. Meet the Blacks, 2016 film. Oh boy, what a nightmare this was to watch. But this is what I do. I watch films, I review them. So what is Meet the Blacks? What is this movie about? It's basically a parody of the Purge movies. If you ever saw the Purge movies, you know that the Purge is something that it's this thing where the government allows people to commit atrocities against each other for 24 hours, basically murder, mayhem, and anything you want to do, rape, and it's supposed to purge us of our thirst for wanting to do that. So if the government gave us a day to do that, we'll get it out of our system, and then there'll be no more crime. So this is like a take on that. What if there was black people that was purging each other? And that's basically what the movie is trying to do. So Mike Epps is our main character in this film. I forget his fucking name in the film, but it doesn't matter. He's a guy. He has two kids. They lived in Chicago. While he was in Chicago, he was pretty much a hustler. He got involved with the wrong type of element. He ends up stealing from a big drug dealer a bunch of money and a bunch of weed and cocaine and all types of stuff. He moves out to Los Angeles with his new fiance or girlfriend and his two kids, and they have a beautiful house and the richest district in Los Angeles, which is probably the 90210 area, Beverly Hills, and all that crap. He goes there and he figures he can make a new life in. No, they don't do no purging in Beverly Hills. That's silly because we're rich and we don't have to purge, and nobody has to purge in Beverly Hills. But of course, things start happening, and once the purge commence, it is on like neck bone, and his house starts getting burglarized by people that want to purge him, basically debt collectors. There's a scene with Mike Tyson, for some strange reason, is in this movie, and he plays some type of circus clown that Mike Epps didn't pay back in the days, back in Chicago. Oh, I'm over here trying to make this sound more intelligent than it really is. This movie is fucking horrible. And let me tell you something. If there is 9 films this year that is worse than Meet the Blacks, then it has been a fucking rotten year in cinema. I'm going to tell you that right now. It has been one of the worst years in cinema if there is 9 films that is worse than Meet the Blacks, because this was fucking awful. Mike Epps, I know he's funny. He just wasn't today, and he will be funny again in the future. I think so. In this film, he's like doing the same shit he was doing back in like the early 2000s. Man, it was even times where like he has like a safety valve in his house in this movie, and I swear he was about to start doing that whole routine from what's the name of this movie? All About the Benjamins, 46, 24, 46, 24. He was about to start doing that. And I was just like, oh my God, this guy has nothing new. Like, no new material is coming out of this film. And I figured that, the reason why he's ad-libbing a lot in this film is because, first of all, the script, I'm pretty sure, is bones dry. Like, it is not written good at all. I'm pretty sure of that. There's no good writing going on. So basically, I think he's probably like one of the producers or somebody that got this movie made. So he just figured, fuck it, we're just gonna let him just do whatever he wants to do. And speaking of people that just running out of material and have nothing new, there's Michael Blackson is in this film, and man, boy, does this guy do the same shit every fucking movie. Yeah, exactly what you're thinking is what he does in the film. He does exactly what you're thinking. If you know who he is, you know exactly what he does. He does more sucker, fuck you, nigga. He all day in this movie he's doing that. And I will say this about him: he did make me laugh one time in this film, Michael Blackson, and it was a scene where he's into the house of Mike Epps, and he's going to purge him and do his thing, and he comes into the scene. He's doing his whole thing. I got you now, nigga. He's doing his whole thing, and he has a blowgun, like one of those blowguns, like real African stereotype typical thing, and he's chasing her with the blowgun, and I'm like, okay, that was kind of funny, but not enough funny for me to ever recommend this film. There's so many fucking horrible cameos in this film. I just felt embarrassed every time I saw one of these cameos. Every time I saw a Mike Tyson. Every time I saw a Charlie Murphy. Every time I saw a George Lopez in this film. I felt so embarrassed for these people, but not as embarrassed as I felt in the beginning of the film when Snoop Dogg comes in. Holy shit, man. Like, I just, my heart sank. Because I was like, this movie ain't gonna be shit. Snoop comes in and he's doing his thing. He's dressed up as some white guy. He's going, and he's explaining to you what the purge is. Like, now guys, this is America. We do a purge for 24 hours. That's what we do. He's doing some shit like that. And I'm just like, oh man, Snoop double G, man, my main man. It was hard to see him like this, man. But all right, it's a paycheck, whatever. I'm not gonna put the blame on him for the shit that I saw in this film. It just basically comes down to this, man. The movie was trying to be some type of joke of or parody of The Purge, but it just felt flat. It felt like it wasn't funny. And the thing about it is, like the not funniness and just the cheapness of the production of the movie just took me back to like cheap ass black films. Like I Got the Hookup. It looked like that. It looked like one of those cheap ass black films, and I was just like, man, we don't need this now in 2016. The thing about Mike Epps is he can be funny, and I see the reasons why people think he's funny, and I see it. I'm not just going to hate on him because I didn't find him funny in this film. I see why I see the appeal. I see the appeal. All right, I see it. He does. There's been films where he's made me laugh. I'm not going to act like he hasn't. But I think sometimes with his comedy, the one of the biggest problems with his comedy is that people don't fucking challenge him. They don't really challenge him with clever writing material. They don't challenge him with like a real solid role. Like they just want him to be the fucking coonish, niggerish like guy he can be. Like be all that you can be as a nigga. Like I feel like that's like his theme song when he comes on in like a film. Like and I know there's something more clever in that guy. Like I know there's something more, but you will never know by watching his film sometimes. And this was just one of the worst, man. I was in a theater with four other guys. It was me and three other guys. Two guys just fucking walked out. One guy was still with me watching it, but I don't know what this means. I don't know how you're going to take this, but he was one of these guys. He had a do-rag on. He had some dumbass looking chain. He had some gold teeth in his mouth. He basically like Flavor Flav. Now I don't know how you're going to take that. You might say that's a good thing or that's a bad thing, but he laughed. Very simple. One of the worst films I've seen this year. I'm scared, man. I'm scared. I basically, like I said, this was a pickup film for me. I'm basically just waiting for summer movie madness to start, which starts first week of May when the first summer movie madness, Captain America: Civil War comes out. Then we can really see some good films. Right now, I gotta sit through the shit, and this is the shit that I have to sit through to get to May and June and July. Just skip this shit. Skip it. A big skip it. Don't recommend it at all. I don't even recommend watching this on TV. Like I really I really did not like this film. It was one of the worst films of the year. This wasn't even a rant. This was more of a public service announcement. So yeah, if you want to watch it, go and watch it. But I wouldn't advise it. All right, I'm Kay, and remember, like, subscribe, and comment below, and let me know what you thought about this film. If you're going to see it, matter of fact, don't even let me know what you thought about this film because you shouldn't have saw this film. So that's step one in the things that you are doing wrong with your life watching this film. All right, I'm Kay, and I'm out.